They have Mike Trout, who has had 3 straight years of injury. He says he's back. He hit 223 in spring training. They have Anthony Rendon, 3 major injuries in 3 years, plus an attitude question. He hit 177 in spring training, and those guys played a lot of games in the Cactus League. Now, they do have some kids in place. There's no doubt about it. Logan O'Hoppe, the young catcher, that's his job. Zach Neto, young shortstop, hit 290. Nolan Chanel, first baseman, seems to have hit. They do have journeyman, I guess I'd call him, in the outfield. If Mickey Moniak can have another good season, if Joe Adell finally arrives, the number 1 pick, it's taken forever to be consistent, and I'm not even sure he's consistent. Might they have enough? But, I mean, they have to have Trout be a star and Rendon to earn his money. And, boy, that whole thing looks suspect to me. Rotation. Tyler Anderson is your ace.
What? Yeah.
Journeyman, but he's the number 1 guy. He's got the most experience. Reed Detmer's pitched really well. He's a former number 1 pick, I think, out of BYU. He got there quick, and he's gone through a bumpy learning curve. He had a good season last year. Patrick Sandoval, etc. They do have a ton of rental arms in the bullpen, obviously led by the ex-Padre Luis Garcia. And they got, they signed 11 veteran journeyman players to 1-year contracts. Ron Washington maybe is the intangible, walking around with a tub of glue, try to hold this roster together. But I just don't think they have enough. They got 2 stars, both of them coming off siege of injuries, and I don't think they have enough pitching. I could root with my heart, but boy, this just looks like to me a disaster. Thank God the A's are in that division. Otherwise, the Angels might well be in last place. And your thoughts?
On one level, it makes you wonder if Arte Moreno wants to win, right? His getting all these journeymen, these rent-a-vets. I mean, you question it, but maybe is this a year of transition? Maybe we're moving away from the big names. Those young kids are coming up, and maybe, just maybe, that farm system can produce.
Well, they've drafted a lot of kids, but that takes time. We'll spin back to what you and I argued about, talked about, preached about in the offseason. So Arte Moreno really want to own this team? If you want to own it, then run it correctly. They're $50 million below the payroll from last season. They did not expend any of the Ohtani money on a name guy. And there's a reason all those guys, I think they signed 23 total free agents in the winter. All of them 1-year contracts. 11 of them, I think, are going to be on the Angel opening day roster, but they're unemployables. They're just guys.
Yeah.
And that's where you're spending all this money and you still have $50 million in your pocket. Where is the commitment towards the fans? Okay.